Here on my channel. My name is ChaosMole, and today we have another Icarus showcase. If you have never heard of Icarus, Icarus is a survival game created by Dean Hall and his team, Rocketworks, which is the production studio he opened a few years ago, and he was the original creator of DayZ. And what is Icarus? Well, so far as we know and what we have seen from Icarus is you are starting in space. You are going on the planet called Icarus, and you have to do certain missions in a certain time frame. Now, you have to survive on that planet, and one of the big things which might interfere with you is actually the weather. Like, it seems like weather is a big part of Icarus kicking your ass. So they did another live stream, and I want to watch that with you folks. If, at least when you're watching on YouTube. I'm also watching this right now on my live stream with my community. If you want to join us for a chat or you want to watch those reaction videos live with us, you will find us under trovo.live/ChaosMole. And there we are from Monday to Friday, starting at 9 a.m. ET, which is 2 p.m. UK time and 3 p.m. Central European time. 9, yeah, exactly. And let's watch the second showcase, Architecture and Mayhem. Let's do this. And Rico, thank you so much for the mana. I do appreciate that.
Welcome back to our second dev stream.
Hi!
Laurie, your
Hi, Laurie. Hi, Dean.
Hi. CEO. How's it feel to be back for a second time in a row?
Good. Yeah, I feel like people can hear us this time, so that's always a good start.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they had some production issues in the last showcase, which was unfortunate.
An interpretive dance.
Yeah.
You know? We actually have a Rocketworks dance crew, although I think we've been too busy for it lately.
I want to join the dance crew.
Yeah, you should actually. So we should get Ash to crank it back up again. It's pretty exciting.
Also, what is that skull there?
Really happy to have you here with us again today.
Especially that it is golden.
Everything planned out for you. This week's theme is Architecture and Mayhem. So we are going to be running through a few things you saw last week to make up for the slight technical difficulties we had, but it's going to have a twist. So we're going to expect a lot of entertainment coming out of today.
What are those couches? Now that you mention it,
we're going to have a
those are some interesting couches. They're actually perfect to just sleep in.
Cabin, while forcing the nature and weather and animals, possibly another bear. We'll have to wait and see, but it's going to be a really good time. How do you feel about what we're going to be doing?
Also, I think those flowers in the middle have to be, like, swapped out.
Got a pretty good team lined up. They've played the game a lot. Actually, I saw there was a New Zealand YouTuber who I apologise, forgotten the name of, but had pointed out that in the last stream it was very fast-paced. And
was that rough?
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, the biggest problem you had in the last live stream was the capture card, which was acting up.
It sort of raised that you could tell that the people playing the game last week had played it a lot. Now, that's a good thing, right? It's a good thing when the developers have played the game heaps.
Yes.
You know, to bring out a good point is that not everyone's going to end up playing like that, especially for a start. So it will be cool, and maybe in future dev streams we can actually get some people in who haven't played the game much and then watch them.
And Dean Hall is buff.
And some of those people might be your favorite Twitch streamer, so you'll have to keep tabs on us for those. But yesterday is going to be
and Trovo streamers. Don't forget the Trovo streamers.
The same game together. We've got Alyssa, Taylor, Drew, Francis, Adam,
I'm really looking forward to play this.
Sean, and they're from different backgrounds within the development team. So you'll be watching Alyssa and Taylor, who have teamed up, and we've got Drew, Francis, and then we've got Adam and Sean. So we'll see who wins.
I love, by the way, you cannot see this on YouTube, but my chat has a discussion right now over the couches and how you can sleep in those couches. Not the game, not anything specific about what they just said, but the couches. It's hilarious.
40-minute margin of this stream, and we'll close that off after about 5 minutes of voting, and yeah, it's going to be great.
Did she just say 5 minutes of farting?
My predicted winner is
Yes.
fire. I'm predicting that fire will win.
Fire, yeah.
Yeah. Your
That's a good
cabin is
point.
burning down for sure. Like, yeah.
Yep, no, that's a fair point. And also
I'm really
the
curious
lighting as
what
well,
the
so that's
what the
cool.
effects can do in the game, because
So, let's,
that's one of the things we
get
don't
into
really
it.
have in
So,
video
what
games
was
right
in
now,
Tyler?
where the environment
So
can
take
really
it
screw
away.
you up. And no, I do not count the trees in Valheim. Yes, the trees in Valheim are the devil himself, but, you know,
We'll be able to see it. Yeah, will we? Awesome.
they're not as worse.
Perfect. Awesome. We are here. So another point of difference for this week's stream is we have Liam, who is on our spectator camera. So you're going to see him.
Oh, I wonder if there is a spectator camera in the game.
Showcasing all the different players that we have today and what they're up to.
Like, can
So
you
we've
use
got
it as a
someone
player?
here,
Or if this is a
collecting some
developer
resources,
tool?
collecting some wood. It's actually really neat to see from this perspective, isn't it?
Oh, actually, I'm just really so we put this in. It's something we talked about for a while, like spectator type camera in the game,
Yes.
and yeah, and I think it makes like a huge difference.
Yeah. It
Cool.
really does. And you know, what we're going to be showing you today is a lot of fun. You know,
That would be
you do have
amazing.
to try and stay alive and survive.
If you
And, you
can
know,
just
people
watch
have,
your
lots of
friends
different play
while
styles
you
when
are
they
at
play
work.
survival games. And today, yes, we are running through.
Because you cannot
Icarus
play
and
yourself.
City, but you know, we do have more leisurely players. We do have our more competitive survival players. So we're just showcasing a bit of fun for you today. Just kind of expose, you know, everyone's different play styles there.
Ah, the good old grab everything on the ground
Spoke to you
movement.
earlier. Awesome. You love the spectator cam. That's wonderful. Absolutely. So we will shift into the player's perspective as well, as you can see. My personal favorite though is a third person. I love the over the shoulder look when I'm picking up resources and building. I love to see the animations, but everyone's got their own way to do it.
That looks lovely. Like, I really have to say, like, one of the things which so far I enjoy is, like, the world environment.
Yeah. Especially with the beautiful scenery and the weather.
That looks good. Like, a lot of games,
How long that actually
especially
lasts.
Unreal games,
We will.
in recent memory feel always a bit
RNG will
static?
do its best, I'm sure.
So I was building my cabin because I did a big long play
So to
test
speak.
myself last night. And
Plastic?
I was building a cabin
Yeah,
on the
plastic,
water.
static.
Storm came in. I was inside my
Like,
cabin,
they
I'd
said it in the
finished
last one, that
patches on
everything you
fire,
see
I'm on
here is
fire, I run
handcrafted.
outside, but of course it's really hard to move. I go
So
down
that's
to the water,
fantastic.
finally put myself out, turn around, there's this huge storm going on, look back, and my entire house is just in flames.
Oh, gutted. How long did it take you to
That
go
sounds
there?
like real life for me.
It took a while. The thing was, it didn't actually completely.
I'm going
burn
for
down.
grocery
It was
shopping,
going
turn
up
back,
the
and my
storm,
whole
I
house is on
went
fire.
and I put it
And I don't know
mostly
why.
out,
Yeah, oh, that's good. Yeah, fireworkers are a thing. So it's this long broom-looking thing, and you go around whacking. You can whack
that's
other players
cool.
to put them out. But it's really useful for putting out fires on things that you have built.
They have
I wouldn't
announced
bother
other
if you
biomes
go
like
on fire,
conifer,
probably
alpine,
just
desert,
save
arctic,
those.
and I think a swamp one.
Awesome. So they've
Ooh, the
decided,
swamp
they
one
chose
will
this area
be...
to build. They've decided to build by a lake,
I remember the swamp
because
from
it's really
Valheim.
really nice and pretty, I suppose. So how close are they together? I think they're just still getting resources and preparing for the build ahead.
Not
So someone was asking about.
Yeah.
the
Not one of the biomes I remember, wholeheartedly.
Just like the content that we're making, like the trailer and stuff like that.
Yeah, the desert
The-
we
the
saw in the
content
trailer,
creators to be able to use
mountains,
all this stuff
makes
for-
sense.
for what they're doing. It's just, I guess, such an
and
important
Arctic,
part
I think they have also
of,
showed in some
Absolutely.
screenshots.
No, it's really, really awesome. Cool beans.
I,
Alrighty.
someone's saying they hope we see the Firewaker in action. I would be incredibly surprised if
If it doesn't turn up.
Yeah, if someone's house.
I'm really like interesting how you have to
For the
react
30 minutes that they do have to build and to gather resources, I just said no, just do the outside, that's fine.
to
Some awesome
to
structural
nature.
things in there, you know, and I will put a
like
shout
I
out to
reminiscent
Valheim
about
as
this
well.
last time in the
Valheim has some
video
really
where I talked
great,
about like the
architecture going on
possibilities
from the players,
of
and they really
just
do want
reacting to the
you know,
environment.
put it into Icarus, you know, what can you build in Icarus that reflects something that you're very proud of to make? So we're looking at the, oh, there we go.
Okay, that's the crafting. I think this is the first time they actually show
Yeah.
the crafting menu. That's cool.
So I think the beams were a cool addition as well. That was something we weren't super sure about until basically...
Damn, that's a dark forest already.
played Valheim. I think the Valheim, beams just really come to its own. And then, I definitely find building beams and being able to build off them in Icarus is really awesome.
There's one of the first
Yeah, the building mechanics in Valheim,
how to build these.
they need some
I
love.
thought over,
Especially if you
and it's
try to
kind of
do
like
some
that,
more complicated things in the game.
Wait a minute, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Those beams are really important.
I really hope the game will do well with that.
Well, that was something we invested a lot of time in was...
Oh, they are building around the tree.
Of, having to hold stuff up and just... I guess that works in really
I wonder
well
if you
with
can
storms
build
and
up.
Stuff like that. Are they building a treehouse? I think
Yeah.
they're building a treehouse.
That is smart.
I hope that they are building a
Well,
treehouse,
it's
man. I
not
want to see
until,
that.
Until a storm comes and blows the tree over on your house.
Oh my god, yes please. I'm already excited about that.
We are doing after this 30 minutes is out of building. We are going to let the players completely destroy their cabins that they've created. That's if the weather has to them first. So it'll be really interesting to see the mayhem that will ensue.
Fishing?
later on.
Oh, I see Septic Falcon. Hello, by the way.
Is
Says,
that
"Will fire
fishing?"
spread on foliage to any degree or just structures? Great question. It absolutely spreads. So it spreads
Awesome.
to trees. It spreads on foliage.
Have I ever mentioned that I love Dean Hall's accent?
I've seen it spread.
As somebody
and
who
it's
has a
really
heavy
quite
accent
fast.
himself,
What's really awesome
I love his
too
accent.
is if it's not raining and there's a fire sort of outbreaking and it starts to rain, the rain will actually put the fire
The
out, which I think is
foliage,
really awesome. They
foliage,
can actually work
how
in
he
the favour,
says.
which is great. Oh, somebody
love it.
said in the Discord yesterday, they're gonna do a drinking game too.
Oh my god, I want to build
Totally
bridges
say the
now.
word Awesome. Apparently,
Got it.
I say it.
You just say it quite a lot.
I want to build bridges
So
all over
shout
the
out to
planet.
You guys in the Discord that are in the Twitch chat. I said I would try not to say it, but there we go.
Oh,
So are we getting a bridge here? I think
It
someone's
looks like
building
it.
a bridge.
Maybe a lake house of sorts.
what's going on there?
Oh dear.
Oh,
So
he's
they're
preparing for the
building-
tree
see,
house.
That was building too far out, so the structure wasn't able to support. So now they're going to build some.
Oh, he has some problems with the
some
building.
pillars to basically to make sure that they get the structural support in.
Yep, he's
Yeah,
definitely
there's-
struggling with
there's
that.
Placing these. Sort of have to think mathematically, don't you, when it comes to building structures?
I wonder if the
So,
trees
I'm guessing-
around
so
you,
they're
no, the
looking to
trees do
build
not
maybe we've
support
got
you
one of the
around.
teams looking
Okay,
to
I was
build
thinking
a
that
tree
maybe the
house here
trees,
as well.
what he's
It's
trying
gonna
to
be,
build here,
which is gonna be
might
pretty challenging, I think, as
support
they're finding.
the building aspect,
Can we,
but they don't.
Iron Chef
They're just in the
Kennedy,
way.
Thank you for the,
Okay.
the comment. Can we destroy some of the rocks and have our buildings clipped through so we can build our cabin and have a rock wall without having awkward holes at wall roof placement?
Yeah, so the rock place in the world can be voxelized. So basically, when you go up and you hit to it,
Wow!
so every
Trees are
exposed
destroying
stone
your
resource,
buildings so
every
quickly.
Stone resource can be voxel mined. The ones we
Ooh.
don't let players mine are things basically the edges of rivers and stuff like
Yeah.
that, or the edges of mountains. So we don't
Aw.
let, we have those rocks disabled from being able to basically be edited. Yeah, but you
That's
can
unfortunate.
definitely go in and edit those.
But I have to admit,
Oh, yeah.
you don't, like,
I
sure,
really love
it's
the particle
voxels,
effects with the wind,
but I
when
think you
it
don't
comes-
really
like that,
notice
it's-
it.
It's really awesome. Oh, God.
Like, they mask the voxels very
We should have a
well.
little awesome counter up on the top there.
It's one of my favourite ones. I can't help it. Are we planning to?
Oh yeah, by the
do
way,
some
they
kind of
also have a
speed,
temperature
player and animal
thingy for the
based
environment
on
showing
the
up in the top
design?
right. You cannot see it because my
Do you think that's something
beautiful
that the
face
players
is in the
would
way.
adjust, or do you think it's just going to be the one
It's
speed?
22.4 degrees Celsius.
We're trying to adjust everything
That's
overall
like
for, one experience now.
60 degree
and yeah,
Fahrenheit
we'll
for all
try
the
and
people
nail
who are
that
using that
first
weird Fahrenheit thingy.
experience initially.
Yeah. You know, it's really great to have these dev streams
You know,
because, you know, the game hasn't
the wrong
released
one.
yet and it's not a finished product, and it's really great to talk about, you know, what we're implementing, what we're thinking about. Having those open discussions is crucial to the community growth and having that relationship.
I wish it was 22 degree here.
New Area NZ, what happens when the mission runs out?
We have... How much degree do we have right now?
On your dropship or not, and if you don't, you do lose your progress from
10.
everything you've collected.
Wow,
On
okay,
Icarus,
not even close.
you do die, so you don't want that to happen. You need to take your resources and
I
everything
love the
back up
bridges,
to the
man.
station. And that's actually
I wonder how
leading to a
easily
segue
they are
here.
destroyed.
You
What
really
is
want to
that?
know, you know, what's
Oh,
with
that's
the
like
station,
a
what can you do here,
house.
but we are
That's not a
saving it
bridge.
for
That's
a
actually the
different
preparation of a
stream.
house,
So
I
you will
think.
see the station at some stage.
Oh, see, now they're laying out this bridge and stuff with the beams. I really love the beams. So I remember in a previous, in one of our
I love the water.
streams we were doing for
I
don't know,
would want
journalists or
to
something,
jump into that
journalists,
water.
were building bridges, and I think it was Drew who actually built a beam and stone-based bridge. So they actually lined the edges of the bridge with beams, and then put stones down on the base, and it just looked.
Your inner builder is getting
fantastic.
excited.
Oh, look at that
I'm
shot.
normally not the builder
Honestly,
guy. Like,
beautiful.
my houses are always super
Absolutely
simple.
brilliant. Look at
Let's be
that.
honest
I
here, they're not
love
even
how
houses.
clean and sparkly clear that water looks.
Yeah, so we spent a lot of time.
But I love to do like special things like bridges, towers, like, you know, the crazy
so
stuff.
You can actually see that flow actually gets placed down on the on where the water goes. So you can
Yeah.
actually sort of see in the corner there's a bit of flow
Oh,
back
yeah.
up in the direction. We really spent
That's
a
really
lot of
good.
time on the environments to just try and get the fidelity of everything.
Oh, I wonder if
Even
you
trying
can
to break
build
some of
like
the things, like if you look at the edges of the lakes.
What are they
traditionally in
called?
Video games.
Like a dam?
Terrain, you can just tell it just all sort of flows in, and we're really trying to
Like
break
stop
silhouette
the water
of,
flow.
of how, you know, the edges of the rocks,
Yeah.
how they go in and stuff like that.
That would be really interesting. Like when you can build with stone,
Our
that
team
is.
spent a lot of time, and that was where we felt.
And if you can
having
build
a
walls.
handcrafted map with procedural elements was really the best way to go.
Definitely, and you know, I'd love to get some other developers on the couch sometime and chat to them about the work that they've put into this game, so you can get to know them. That'll be wonderful for future streams as well.
Please tell me there's fishing. Please tell me there's
Alrighty.
fishing.
So yeah, they are. They're going to be building a lake house by the looks of things.
Yeah, I talked about this in my
That's,
latest
that's scary.
Icarus video about
So
that
Orange,
maybe when it
showed
rains
us
a
what
lot,
type
like
of
you have
warnings
some
the
heavy
storm is on the way.
storms and multiple
We actually have
hours of
building
rain
that, gives
pouring
you
down of
information,
you,
so a
that it
deployable,
makes
that gives you
the
information
areas
on
around the
storms and
river
stuff like that. But
overflowed
we are
and
still
then
toying
just,
with,
well, floating your house if you
information
build
to
too
the players.
closely.
We've got a fairly sort of basic
Like,
system
I
at the
actually
moment
hope
that we'll
that's
probably see come up on the
possible.
stream in the bottom left, which is a status indicator. So you
Which
can
would
see
be,
the bottom
like,
at the moment, we'll put one
fantastic.
there, which is basically for some reason they.
Oh my
seem to be running
god.
slower
What
around.
is when the water
But we're
freezes?
actually redoing that and coming up with a.
Oh,
you know,
an
a way
extreme
that's a
storm
little
is coming up. You cannot see this
bit,
because my camera's in the
same
way.
with, I think we mentioned the attributes.
But an
the
extreme
attributes
storm is
in
hitting.
the previous
Let me
stream
see if
we're
I can
gonna be
actually move the
replacing
camera a
that with
little bit.
with a proper talent system,
Haha.
which is quite far in progress. now.
See? And now you can
Yeah,
actually
I
see
was
things.
So happy because I do love like RPG elements.
And I'm not in the
these sort
way.
of games. So that's new
Well,
news for
not
for
as
you guys
badly
out
as it
there.
was before, I
Well,
think.
it's a big part of progression. is,
Yeah.
you know, and the idea of your character.
Yeah, I hope that the
progressing
water
over
is freezing
time,
up
you
and
choose
we
your
are actually
character,
getting ice.
How your character wants to grow and stuff like that.
Yeah, I
That
don't
was
really know
very
where
much
to put my
something
camera
that,
yet.
we wanted to look into.
Yeah.
That's the bane of not having a
Oh,
green
Here we
screen.
go. I've got a storm coming through.
Oh my god, look at that!
Coming loose.
It doesn't
Parts
look
of the
too bad,
tree
but
are
it's sort of
flying
should be
around?
alright.
Oh.
Oh, that's freaking amazing.
Here we go.
And it can even like damage your
Yeah, so
buildings
it's
maybe,
getting a
or
little bit
yourself.
intense. This will be the first challenge for all the teams here with this weather coming through.
What?
I really like they're doing a beam bridge here. I'm super glad about that.
So, what are the benefits of building a
Maybe
beam
here?
bridge?
It looks awesome.
Yeah.
So the
Let's
beams
do
are
that.
a really great way of adding that.
That seems to be a
structural
good place for
integrity
now.
as well. And certainly if you do beams and the frames, it's like super strong. And that's going to become very important when we've got.
Oh wow, yeah, the
vehicles in
storm
game
is
as well,
already
because
messing him
those-
up.
Basically, the way it
Ooh.
works on your structure includes not only what you've built on it, but also
You need shelter
what
quickly.
is on top
Oh,
of
look at
the
that.
world
He's
for
also
characters
moving
and,
slower.
you know, particularly vehicles.
Yeah, his movement is impaired because of the
I can hear
storm.
people going whoa, whoa
Yeah,
in the studio
you can
in the
hear them
background here.
echoing around the studio.
Oh no, that was
Oh,
why. It was
epic.
because of the lightning. We had a little delay seeing it on the stream. And I could just hear laughter.
Yeah.
just laughter in the background.
You know, that's a really good sign.
Storm who's killing
we have
us.
a lot of fun playing it in the
Funny.
streams as well. You know, I'm still a noob when it comes to this game, so I'm really looking forward to being able to build what they're doing.
No,
right
actually,
now.
this is hilarious. I like to see this. Ah, he's
We can
getting
just-
better.
In the studio here, we can just hear hoots and laughter and hollering.
I hope it's
Sounds
easy
like
to
a chat
build
room.
like roofs.
Yeah,
Like one of the
yeah.
biggest issues a lot of games have
I
is the
believe it was
roof building.
Taylor, wasn't it? It was Taylor.
Maybe,
she's,
maybe.
She's probably the
Like
latest one.
Valheim. As much as I
We're gonna
love and
take
adore
another few
Valheim and I
questions
have
from
hundreds of
chat.
hours
We've
in
got
it.
Voldemort in with
Oh,
loads of
roof building in that game.
Alrighty, storms are scary.
I don't know whether this roof was planned or whether they're just chucking the roof on for some
I think-
protection.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. They're putting it there for protection.
So every building
Oh,
has
dear.
variants, so that's where they're holding down R to bring up the variance of basically, you know, what they're building with.
Oh, look, the way we can see
Aw,
a deer right
baby
here.
deer.
Is there a fawn with the deer? Yes, there is. Oh, and off they go. Oh,
Wow, they are a little bit
there's
behind.
fawn behind.
They are a
They're
little bit
moving
behind
very
with the
slow.
reactions.
So we have this idea for storms. We wanted what we're calling 10 seconds of chaos. So basically, unfortunately, at the moment with where the way the build's at, is the 10 seconds of chaos lasts quite a long time. So we haven't balanced this yet. This has been a very new mechanic going into the game, which is why, you know, so your movement should only really be restricted for 10 seconds, but at the moment it's quite a lot longer. So
Okay.
the storms ended up being quite a lot worse than we thought. At least there hasn't been too much lightning.
Yeah,
I
that's
say that, and then there's a lightning flash.
absolutely. That's
Okay,
good.
so you will not be
James, who knows?
impaired that
Can you
much.
scavenge the branches that are being blown around after the storm?
No, you can't. But there is loose sticks on the ground and stuff like that you can pick up. But to be honest, that's really more of a starting resource.
Yeah.
Because a more efficient way of getting sticks and wood is to, well, sticks just, you know, picking up the small seedlings, but also chopping down the trees just gives you so much more wood than you otherwise would get.
Oh my god, I
Absolutely.
love this house already. And it seems like they really
Don't you imagine
couple
if you've got a
this
structure
together
with no
quite
roof
quickly.
And then all these branches come in, they would just pile up everywhere. Probably don't want that.
So would love to...
Spudman, can we build in caves? Can we
Do
dig our own
that.
caves? Can we have living rooms?
Oh, can you
So,
build in
the
caves?
shelter
Yes.
mechanic in the game is actually pretty cool. It's based on ray tracers heading off around the player. So any kind of enclosed space that you're in will give you more shelter. So for example, sometimes during storms in our playtests, people have actually hollowed out a large rock and gone inside the large rock to seek shelter. But we only allow you to voxel mine certain things because it just causes too much of a problem for us if the whole map was. But you
okay.
can absolutely build inside caves, and you know we've done that many times as well.
And we
Okay.
would find those caves. Would you find them in this biome or in other biomes?
Yeah, so they're all over the place. You know, the map is actually quite large, so even though
It
we've got a
is.
lot of caves, you know, you think,
Okay.
oh wow, it'd be easier to
That's
come across
definitely one
caves.
of the
But
things
like in
I'm
my
missing a little
playtest
bit
last
in
night, I
Valheim
didn't
right
actually
now,
come
that you
across a
cannot
cave. But yeah, there is
really
plenty
build
around. Oh, we're
caves.
really starting to see
And it's
that,
like,
they're building stuff.
Ooh. I just find that tree chopping so satisfying. It never gets old. Never gets old.
Someone in chat asked whether the game's coming in other languages. Yeah, we're definitely localizing it very heavily.
Oh wow, you can see the
At the moment,
damages.
Obviously, with where we're at with the game.
That's
Cool.
on our plan. You know, we want this game to be accessed worldwide. We want as many people as possible to enjoy it and play together. Great. Now, that's a good question. Any plans to make storm debris damage players?
So we experimented a lot with how storms affect you in different biomes. So the desert biome.
I'm in the
was
way of
one
the
that we
cam.
were really playing
Man,
with
okay,
to
I will
see
go back into
how,
my corner.
You know, how players
I'm
might
sorry.
deal with a storm, say, affecting them pretty badly. But it did sort of get quite annoying. So it's been something we've sort of been playing with. A lot of it comes down to you've got to
Okay.
give information to the player before stuff happens. Yeah.
Rightio. Cool. So,
So he's building
This is a different team here. Also,
a water house.
At the same team.
So we have basically
Yeah,
like
I'm not sure. I think
3
that's
house
right.
types.
Maybe some
Like a
of it
bridge
was-
house,
They might have actually pulled some of it
a water
down.
house, and a tree house.
Yeah.
So we've been working a lot with pacing.
Hey, railings.
That's been something that we've worked a lot with.
Oh yeah,
And
you
I
need
think
some
today,
railings
a
up
few
here.
people, as I mentioned, had picked up on being very
Especially for me, who is a dingus.
So, that's definitely at the point
Fall
we're
off
at
all the
now,
time.
is basically starting to work on what is the pacing that we want. And that involves changing and sort of playing around with how long it takes to chop down a tree, how long it takes to get this or that.
Okay, they are already in the
Got a lot
balance
of
phase.
feedback from my playtest last night, and much of it was
pretty
really
good.
around that. Basically
that's a
getting that
big
pacing
area,
right.
look
I
at
think
that.
Through the dev streams, people are going to see us playing a lot with how long it takes to build these things
Yes.
and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely.
I love the little island in the middle of the water.
Space Eccentric said, are all the biomes
That's cool.
connected, or are they separated by sessions, or is it one map? So at the moment we're working with about 3 different biomes per map. So we in this map you have forest, you have Arctic and desert. And there's actually a couple of different instances of each one, and they're quite different. Just because it's a forest biome doesn't mean it's all the same as every forest biome. So yeah, it's
It's map centric, okay.
You basically have to find passes between impassable mountains. So the biomes are separated by these huge mountains.
Okay.
And
So look
kind
out
of
for
like
the
a border,
mountains.
but they'll have areas like passes that you can go to walk between them. Sometimes you can actually find caves that take you through into another biome.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
cool.
I landed in,
Of course,
the
you will
icy
have a
snowy area
chance to
where I was
find bears
way
inside
above
those
sea
caves.
level, and I had to run for quite
Boy.
a while to try and find like a path
Oh,
to
look,
another
a
biome.
cave for
And I ran
shelter.
through, packs of wolves, saw a polar bear. At one point, I went into
Yeah,
another
then it's just
biome
a
and saw
bear
some other animals,
waiting in
which
that
I'm
cave.
Not sure if I'm allowed to say, but there is a variety of them out there across the biomes, which is awesome. But I do love, how there are hurdles across the way. It's not just you can run from A to B. You've actually got to look
That's
at the
good.
map and say, hey, I think I need to go this way and search that route.
Oh, I love those
Thanks,
roof
Martin.
pieces.
You are welcome. Happy to do that. Is there a maximum number of players you can have? We're eight players maximum. Were you thinking for the spectator camera, would that have to be one player in the party, or could that be an
Good
extra
question.
person?
I'm not sure. Probably it will be within the 8 players.
Yeah.
So we're trying to target
Okay.
that balance between the amount of bandwidth
Yes.
that we're introducing, because there's a lot that can go on in the game. So if you look, you
I
imagine
think
that
8
way
people is a
across the
good
map,
number.
you can pick up all the foliage, you can pick up, you can mine all the rocks, you can chop down the trees.
I think 8 people is a good number
Yeah,
in the
so
end.
It's a lot of work. I've seen a few mentions. Someone at the start of the stream said, oh, this game's going to melt my GPU. We've definitely been making what we think is one of the prettiest survival games out there, and we've actually worked very closely with both NVIDIA and Epic, who make the engine Unreal, to really try and bring...
Okay, so this is
the
Unreal
highest
Engine. I
visual
was
fidelity
actually
you see in
thinking
survival
about...
games. But we're
Okay,
also
have to
working with
admit...
them around a lot of optimization areas, and our tech lead, Ben Carnell, who literally wrote a book on Unreal Engine game development, has been working with the team very
I was
hard to
actually
optimize the game a lot.
trying to determine if this
I've
is
seen
Unreal
really
Engine
good frame
or
rates
if
when
this
I was
is
playing
their own
yesterday.
thing,
The only
because they
thing I
mask
noticed
it
was a
actually
couple of occasional
pretty
glitches,
well.
as we were loading in new
Looks great.
areas. But the cool thing is we haven't really done our major optimization pass yet.
I love it when you have an Unreal Engine
Yeah,
game
it's
and you
a
can't
good
tell
variety.
if it is an
Actually
Unreal
gets
Engine
better and
game.
better, as far as that's concerned, and you'll see all these new items being introduced as well.
Love
in
that.
areas.
A great question here as well. Will there be different future building components other than wood? There already is. So we've got,
Alright.
we just put in a new one actually, thatch. So
Thatch?
is very early tier where you can really rapidly build a building.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
you need shelter for many of your crafting benches. We wanted something you can build very quickly, but of course thatch buildings will just get obliterated by storms. Then there's wood, which we're seeing here.
The 3
There's
piglets.
stone building tier, and then concrete is kind of sort
Below
of a
and
mixture
below.
of metal and this additional building tier.
Till
We've
your
got
roof
some
is
ideas
gone.
for some other ones as well, but that's our broad sort of tech tiers that we've got going on for building materials.
Okay.
Yeah, and imagine concrete will just be super strong, weather won't be able to really affect it too much, which would be awesome, but it is hard to gather those resources, and it is time consuming, isn't it?
Makes
so
sense.
A lot of people, it's easy to think with the timing thing that it sort of restricts your building ability, but really the idea of the timing thing is to put some parameters around your session so that your building is actually with focus.
Yes.
And I think about it in Valheim. You know, when we were going to do one of the bosses, we would.
He
build
definitely
little
played a lot of
space. And
Valheim,
that
which
was
is
a really
good.
Good way to approach building
Good.
for people, because you're doing.
The
it
more
with purpose.
survival
Okay,
game
we need
creators
to
are
build a
playing
base here,
those
so we can
games like
repair whatever
Valheim
tier of equipment we've got,
or
and that's really the idea
Terraria,
around
the better.
sessionizing this game. So, you know, our session lengths can really vary a lot, and it's the player who gets to choose a mission that's a length that they want. So, you know, you might choose one that's a week long, and that gives you plenty of time to invest, still while having that structured environment.
Yes, exactly.
But is everything gone after you are done with the
Alrighty,
session?
Which progress are we making?
Like
Aesthetic-wise,
gone?
I'm not too sure, but they are hard at work here.
I really wonder about that.
Has that partially been destroyed? Yes.
So the reason that you'd want to use a lot of the advanced materials is basically, you know, the forest biome when here is actually the safest biome. And as the game progresses, we'll actually be unlocking even more biomes. And those biomes are not as safe as forests. So you will need those advanced building materials if you want your building to survive. Additionally, things like snow and sand can build up on top of your buildings in the other biomes.
What?
And actually cause collapsed roofs and things like that. So what you're actually
Oh,
building
that's
your buildings
fantastic.
out of becomes very, very important.
Oh, we've got a few questions about vehicles.
Oh,
but,
that's so
we'll have to
cool.
hold off of those for
That
now.
sand and
If you
snow
have
can
seen
just
them,
build
and
up,
we will talk about
and it
them
can
in
become
a
too
later.
heavy and then crash the roof.
We've got another question from
Yo, I love that.
007 Gamer. If you leave for another area, is it possible to come back to your building burnt down or destroyed? Like, is it a proximity to the player, or does it keep the chunks loaded?
Yeah, so we've been focusing a lot on sort of putting, they're very lucky they caught that trend time, because the trees falling down actually damages your structures. But there's a variety of different mechanics involved with storms and stuff like that.
Okay.
And we've really only kind of just recently got the storms functioning broadly how we wanted. And now we're actually looking at ways for you to, I suppose, help and prepare around storms to help you. So I definitely say at the moment the storms are maybe a little bit more brutal than we want in terms of, you know, when you're away, the buildings can do that. But we are now basically, you know, we sort of make the problem and then we go in and design the stuff, the solutions for it. And and I think that's a really intent-focused design process.
We create problems. Somebody has to fix them.
A bunch of cool stuff in the
That's
game.
how we
You know,
develop.
Create these problems for the player, and then create a bunch of tools the players can use to deal with those problems.
Absolutely. All right.
And it gets everywhere.
It does take a lot of work
Go
to
on.
build these.
Now, people are saying, you know, once you finish your mission, can you come back at all to the buildings, or does it get reset?
This is
we
important.
actually have all the data from someone's play session when they finish a drop.
Okay.
And we're still thinking about what we do with that. We can actually load that into other players' session and stuff like that. So,
that's
while
cool.
yes, our focus and intent is on putting the structure around, we actually have that data, and we are going to be looking at what we can do with it, and then we'll definitely have more information on that in the future.
You know,
That is such an interesting point, because let's think about it. You have worked on things
possibly, you know,
for a
how
week,
many resources you've collected over
and then
time,
everything is gone.
how many cabins you've
That's
built,
also
all
like
these sort
kind
things.
of.
It's definitely possible.
Rough Gaming says, Dean mentioned catching a tree. Can a player direct which way it drops? So yeah, the tree will fall in the opposite
Like, I'm actually kind of curious how they do
to
it.
where you hit it. But after it starts falling over, you can actually
Yeah, there
start
will be
harvesting
sandstorms.
and that can actually
Probably.
make it start falling.
Oh, I
in
love
different
if
directions
they can
if you're
actually
maybe a little
pile your building under sand.
Right.
Like you sometimes see in movies and stuff, right? Where
that's
they
coming
just
in-
like
it's coming around
the
quite
top
nicely.
parts of the building coming
I
out
see
of
what
the
they're
sand
doing.
and
They're making
everything
like it's
underneath
like
is
almost,
just sand.
like a
I'm really
fort
curious about
building
that.
sort of thing.
You can tell that they've thought about this beforehand, can't
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
They've really
This
thought
looks
through.
great.
Rough Gaming asked about structure integrity like Valheim. So it's definitely, you know, we're going even further beyond in terms of structural integrity than Valheim. So
Okay.
there's quite a complex structural integrity system that also takes into account what's on the structure, such as vehicles and stuff like that, and
Right.
even how much is inside the vehicles.
Oh, wow. So a bridge
really
which
did put a
might
lot of
carry
time
your
into the
vehicle
aesthetics as well.
might not
We
carry the
wanted to, and
vehicle
I
after
think,
you have
you know,
items in
playing
it.
games like Conan and stuff like that, what we wanted
That's
to do
like
is have
Bridge
not only
Builder.
really beautiful
Oh my God, I
looking
love it.
buildings, but have a reason for building the cool buildings. And that, I think, has been the key focus of our sort of sessionizing things.
That is like super
Awesome.
in depth.
Alrighty, so maybe if we can get a final few pins of each individual building.
Oh yeah, they
to
said
show
there's
the-
concrete
to
and
show
stuff.
You guys the chat, the progress that's coming along. We are going to be entering the straw poll into the chat very shortly, so you can vote on these buildings. And who
I
are
love the
you voting
tree
right now?
house,
I
but I
think
also
this
love
might
like the
actually be-
sea house. Like they're all looking really great. Like one of the things
Oh,
which
so they're putting some beams inside. I
Yeah.
really like the beams inside.
yeah,
You know,
what
and
I
it was something I
really
noticed
like
in
about this
Valheim as
building
well, when you
is
get
like
these
normally
really
a lot of
awesome,
Unreal Engine games
you know,
look
sort of
very basic,
internal
like just
structures
cobbled
that can
together
actually
like a
make things
Lego
look
house,
fantastic.
and they never really look that great.
So I did see people asking a lot about prices and stuff like that. We're not releasing any details.
This
with that
one
stuff.
looks fantastic.
Kind of like with the game, we want to make sure we get the game right, and we also want to make sure that whatever we do in terms of, you know, pricing and stuff like that, that it works with the game. I think there's just a lot of examples of bad pricing structures and bad payment models for games that have taken an otherwise good game and broken it.
Yeah.
We're not going to make any decision
Fair
about
point.
anything with pricing the game unless we're 100%
Yeah, you can open the
satisfied that it
windows.
works well
Yes,
with the game.
love it.
Yeah, that's very important. You know, we do care. We are thinking ahead. Alrighty, so I believe this was Taylor and Delissa, if I'm not correct. Negative? Oh.
I have a bad feeling this house will not survive.
So
For
we
whatever
did have
reason.
some name tags above the players, but unfortunately we couldn't get that in for you today.
This river
So I am getting fed through.
will be
my
their
audience
undoing.
Here, who we are watching right now.
I have a hint. Like this
Yeah,
this
so
river
you're
will
one
be
of
their
Francis
undoing.
and,
Oh, this is
Adam.
Francis and Adam.
Oh, Francis
Nice.
and Drew, sorry.
This
Yeah,
one
Francis and
though,
Drew got it.
this might actually survive. There are not a lot of trees there.
This is
The
one of my
main
favourite places to
building
build
is
the
on
map
an
as well, just 'cause
island
there's some really awesome
where I
waterfalls.
think a lot of fire cannot reach them.
Beautiful. Now this is Adam and Sean.
I
So we just saw.
I say
Francis
this
and Drew,
building
and
will
now this is
survive.
Adam and Sean.
Definitely loving the fact that all the teams have
Yeah.
really been focusing a lot
This
on
this
bridges.
building will survive. The
And
treehouse
anyway,
building will not survive with the storm
is
when
my
the
favourite
lightning is
so
hitting the
far.
trees and everything
I
just
kind of
collapses
like
around
that
them.
little
As
bit.
amazing the treehouse looks,
Very
I don't
cool.
think the
Little
treehouse will
island.
survive at all.
Yes.
Oh, you see that beautiful waterfall in the background there. Bowie,
I
in
think
terms
yeah,
of
there
short
can even
drops,
be
we haven't really
like
decided anything about
hurricanes
particular
and
drop times.
tornadoes
It's something that we've been learning
in the
with
game.
and evolving as time's gone on. And we're
So,
still playing around with what
we
are the
will
drop
see.
times.
They will
I think even
destroy
into our
this.
beta, we'll be
Like, as I
playing
said, they
around
have
with what are the
like
drop
30
times
minutes
that work
time,
best, you
and
know,
after
how
30
long should we
minutes,
have them, you know,
things
sort
are
of
rolling
permanent
in.
Drops, all that kind of stuff.
So we will see which one will survive.
Right, and we're going to see the forest teams here.
Let me see, how much are they into the whole
So
thing?
this will be Alyssa and Taylor.
Yeah, they have only a few
in the
minutes left.
forest. And
I think like less than 5 minutes or so.
got hurt by something.
Yeah, falling tree.
Falling tree. Yeah, gotta
Ouch.
watch out for those.
Oh, that's looking nice.
Wow.
So they I think their brief was to focus on the outside,
said the
right,
F
rather than
word.
the internal aesthetics.
Yes, absolutely,
Just didn't
yep.
have enough time. And so, yeah, I think the idea of sort of building almost this treehouse was a very cool idea.
Oh,
I
look
really
at
like
that.
the beams.
I
Beams-
love
beams
the
are
tree
beautiful.
Going
house.
through it, like such a nice, like.
You know,
Can you
while
give
we're,
a
while
vibe?
we're sitting
I
here
don't
playing,
think it's a
so
good
we have
idea.
refined wood, which is which you can use for internal.
This looks
we should
amazing,
have
like they have a
refined wood
front
beams.
house,
Should
and then
note
they're
that
going
down,
up into
because I
the
feel
tree
like
house.
we should provide you
Absolutely
lots of
amazing, love
options
it.
in terms of
I would love to
beams.
recreate this, but
We actually, people might have noticed in the last stream, none of our characters had heads.
Yes.
We finally got character customization going, and it's amazing how much it actually adds to it.
Oh, they built interior here.
I'm so excited about the beams.
We also, with the building, we tried to make it float in together a lot more, the different tiers. So for example, they've got wooden like window coverings now. You can actually get these really cool glass coverings. So if we
Oh,
actually look at
glass?
the way the building tiers work together, there's kind of bits of overlap between them.
Build a
So
tree
even as
house
you're
out of
heading towards,
concrete.
say, stone buildings, you might have the
Sir,
walls all in stone,
sir,
but not the
I have to
ceiling
ask you to
and
leave the
stuff like that.
stream.
And I really like that because it's a lot more
That is not
organic,
okay. Don't
rather
suggest
than just,
that.
oh, this
That's
building is
profane.
all and wood tier. And we iterated a heap of times on the building pieces themselves to also try and make them work together.
Yeah. You know, you can see it all coming through in a singular.
I mean,
it
we
really
will
does
see
look amazing.
if this actually
Oh.
works. Oh,
Alrighty.
torches.
I think that, yes, I believe that the straw poll might have ended. I have to
Uh-oh.
double check that. There we go.
This is the end. Oh, is that a chimney?
Kind of want to make it
It
Ah.
really shows off
moving
the
permanently.
really shows off the real virtual textures with the water-based
Ah.
flow movement there.
That's
really nice as
amazing.
well.
Alright,
Oh, I
this
wonder if
is the
smoke is a
poll.
thing, like in
Woman
Valheim.
This
Oh, they
is,
got a chimney in there.
Francis and Drew. They're boasting a nice open deck area.
That
for
looks
rolling
so
on the outside of
cool,
the house
man.
with Stone chimney,
Good feng shui.
and they've even got a little deck going in stairs into the lake there as well. Perhaps they might sail.
This makes
off
me
into
happy.
the
I feel like they could have done the walls in stone. I feel like if they were putting the time in there to put the fireplace in, they could have done the walls in stone. That would have been nice.
Like this makes me happy. I don't know why, but this is like
But I really like that.
even
that
easy
feature
to
red
do
brick.
for me.
love that.
Like keep in
So,
mind,
house and
I'm
garden,
super
grand
bad at those
designs.
things.
You know,
I'm
grand designs.
horrible.
It is like we should have like interviews.
You know
with
my
them,
building abilities if you have
That
watched
would
my
be amazing.
streams.
We have to do that
Don't.
for another stream, I think.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, look at that. Oh, Liam's
Ah.
done brilliantly.
Oh, we got the
Oh, they've-
beautiful fireplace.
And it will all get
Nice.
destroyed in
Oh,
just a
there's
minute here.
chair. Got a chair, you can sit there, warm your feet.
They've really thought about this. That's brilliant. Nice table.
Yeah, this makes me really happy, man.
It is
I would
cozy.
move in.
They've even got some internal beams in there.
That's
Looking very solid.
absolutely cozy, man.
Great.
Oh, that was a nice flight through.
Just don't get too close to the fire.
We
'cause,
spent we iterated the fire so many times.
Yeah, that
Like,
fire
we
feels so
did the
good.
Fireplace so many times.
I love good fireplaces. I'm a sucker for fireplaces in video games.
Okay, so
Awesome.
now I've got
It's-
nice
it's
little
weird.
Adam and
adjoining
Sean
one there.
here. Yep.
That's very interesting. So they built this adjoining house over top of the other river, which I think is a very cool idea. I think I would have liked to
Ooh,
have seen some
but-
stone. And
Yeah.
you know, I feel like they could have. There's a lot of stone around in this area.
Maybe it was just due to the 30 minutes that we're giving them to build this.
Maybe, yeah. I think that I think there was a lot of.
I wonder how
rebuilding
easy it is to
going on.
actually get stone. Like it seems like there is a lot of stone
Bloody
around.
storm.
True.
You like the minimal UI. Thank you very much.
So they've gone for, I think this is a more functional one. So, you know, Adam, one of our designers, he's from Miscreated. And was it Adam and Francis, I think?
Yes,
And
this is
Francis is
Adam
a
and
very
Francis.
talented programmer. So I think they've definitely
Adam and Sean,
focused.
sorry, yes.
Oh, is this Adam and Sean? So Sean's one of our artists who's actually on our design team. We try and have cross-functional teams.
Cool.
And I feel like this is a nicely functional building as well. Sean has played a lot of
Hey, I love
designs.
functionality,
He actually
like you know
recreated
me.
the building we're in now.
Oh, did
And
you?
the
It's
game,
all
yeah,
about
it was quite wild,
efficiency.
and then
That
set it on
is
fire.
insane. I love the different levels. There's a variation there. Very, wow, yes, that's very, very good. I was gonna say
I
awesome.
don't know whether they're going to be able to do that chimney much longer because we've had a talk about so stone items at the moment are not
Yeah.
quite as much weight as we want.
I was gonna
So
say,
in
yeah.
future, you'll definitely see that would make that collapse. But you see that
You
they've
just-
actually run
you just
beams
see the
along
chimney
bottom of the
zoom,
building here.
Yes.
going one
That's,
level
very
down.
important for them basically having that structural integrity. And I presume is this the last one? Oh, I think they're making some refined wood here. Yeah, they are. So they've placed
Ooh.
down a carpentry bench, and refined wood allows you to build a bunch of really cool internal type walls and stuff like that.
1 minute
Oh, that's
on hold.
cool.
This is Alyssa and Taylor in the forest. So they've got a fireplace as well.
Oh, so they're using their refined wood to place some furniture. Oh, that looks like they're stressing a bit here.
Oh, that's like a platform,
Last-minute
like a
touches
lookout.
that they're trying to do.
I think they have like
Oh, someone said, I see Jules when...
3 minutes
asking,
left.
Explain. So we have a sort of generic sense of an energy unit. So many of the buildings that you can place down, the deployables that you can place down, like a smelter or something like that, they require energy. You can use, say, burning wood, you can burn sticks, you can actually make biofuel and a composter and use that.
Okay, that's cool.
Or,
Rude.
stuff like that.
Just like the door in his face. Whoop.
We have the results for the straw poll.
And?
If we can
I feel like I'm the last one to find out.
He doesn't
I
have
hear
an
people
earpiece, it's
yelling
just
over
me.
there.
All right, so thank you all so much for voting. This
Who
week's
wins?
winners for the who can build the most aesthetic.
I'd say the tree house will
Taylor
win.
and Alyssa! Woo!
Who's that?
They can hear us clapping from here.
So are we looking around the winning?
Oh yeah.
We are. We're going to take a tour of the winning house.
I mean, it looks great.
Nice.
I just
They've even got torches.
don't
Ober
know.
Kenobi says, why didn't they put the floor all the same way? I was noticing the same thing as I saw them building. I think it was just speed. Yeah, there are railings for the ramps and stairs. I think there is. If not, I will definitely make sure there is.
Yeah.
Right, nice fireplace. They don't have a chair
And
though.
Yeah, they're right. Like the floor is not in the same
They
direction.
built a
This is
table, so I
triggering
think
me.
They were starting on the furniture.
Now that they mention it,
Nice.
it's one of the things which definitely trigger me. Oh my god!
Patio.
Look, it's the same
decor
direction.
out here.
God
Just
damn
a
it.
few parties, have some meals. It could have been anything.
Now I think, though, this is the start of the best bit, which is when we get to see them all get destroyed. I
Oh,
really hope we
boy.
see some fire here. We're going to see some fire. Probably need to go out and make sure we get fire.
I'm really cute. Oh,
Hopefully we're going to see at least one of them burn down, and hopefully we're going to see some
Rude.
structural-based destruction as well.
Awesome. All right. So they've just been
Send
given
the
turn
nuke.
to destroy their bases
Send the nuke.
as crazily as they can. I am looking forward to watching this.
aww.
I think there's going to be a lot of fire. There might even be forest fires. The flames, especially.
Please
the
do them
fire
one
in the
after
forest,
another.
The trees will probably catch fire.
It is
as well.
worthwhile telling people we haven't actually done a full tech art pass on the forest fires yet.
Oh.
So that's still to come. But you can.
Oh, he set himself on fire?
The trees on fire. How it spreads.
Oh, so they've
And
set
then you can
themselves
set
on
the
fire.
house on fire.
It's an interesting theory. Okay, we can see some down in the corner there.
Wow.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
don't get into the house when you burn.
They might die before it's
Nah, they have God mode on.
Fireflies going into the water. Please don't die. So this is what happens when you
Wow, that
slow
fire
down,
looks really
slow
good.
a little bit. You can fire whack there. They've got the fire whackers out.
Okay, we've got a tree that's gone up in flames.
Oh my. Oh my, this is mayhem. Say goodbye to the
Oh,
GPU
yes,
and the
it's,
FPS.
It's all going up
It's
pretty badly.
It's getting wild. This is
Aw.
definitely the best part. Oh, there it
Whoa.
goes. Gonna fall into the lake,
Oh, and we've got another one. Oh, a tree's actually fallen onto that.
onto the building.
Ooh.
See, that
Well,
catches
that tree
fire
just catches up.
very quickly. Like
Yeah.
it's realistic, isn't it?
Yeah, we're still
Well,
playing around with the speeds of some stuff as well.
That
so expect to see a
smoke
lot of
is
change
like-
with that as well. And we're actually going to be at the moment we're not swapping the trees
Timber!
out.
Oh,
for
it doesn't do
a
anything.
burned out model.
That wasn't fast enough.
But that's coming. It's basically because forest fires has been something that
Oh,
was
bit of
put in
tree
reasonably
falling
late.
down.
Now they've built with so many beams that that the tree actually falling on the building didn't damage it that much. So
Oh,
that's
there you
the
go.
thing.
It damaged it a bit more
Yeah,
now.
damaged a little bit, but basically, they're cutting down another tree on it. They're really
there-
trying to.
Yep.
Oh,
May-
that one looks like it smashed
What
through
did
a
we
bit
say?
more.
Architecture and mayhem.
Looks me
Unfortunately,
happy.
probably put a bit much smoke.
I-
in
I
the
don't know
smoke pump,
why,
So we don't get to see a lot
But
of
this
it.
makes me happy.
Fire spreads slower. or
I'm a
why get put on my
pyromancer.
name. Yeah, so we're like, working around an AI director to control things
Oh.
to stop
Yeah.
completely breaking your game. But
Oh.
you can see it's pretty wild here.
There's an extreme storm rolling in.
And
So
we have
we'll
a...
see what happens there.
Oh, I think we lost our host.
Well, his PC just said, I'm out, dude.
The ultimate destruction.
I am out.
I'm not sure what happened
Alrighty,
there.
so they're trying to create another fire. I'll catch themselves. Yep, I guess that's the most effective.
Oh, that's so
way.
cool that you can catch yourself on
Yes,
fire and
that's
then
It's an interesting way to go about it. That is quite terrifying.
So
transmit
you
the
wouldn't
fire.
want to do this in
That's
a
really
recording
cool.
session where you're wanting to make it back to dropship, but for the stream purposes and for entertainment, yes, by all means, set yourself
And
on
the
fire.
storm.
The rain will be dampening things down a little bit.
Okay.
And so you see it's making the forest fire not spread quite as much. And as I did say before, at the moment, after the trees burn, all it does is become a darkened variant of it.
Yeah.
That is going to change. They will be getting swapped out with a tree. And as you harvest that tree, you actually get charcoal.
Aww.
So you
Brilliant.
need charcoal for crafting gunpowder. So actually a great way to get a lot of charcoal is to set the forest
Oh, you
on
can
fire.
get gunpowder?
Awesome. Alrighty.
How to
So
get
we can see
charcoal?
there is a lot of
Burn
noise, a lot of
everything
distractions.
down.
This storm is coming in. There's another event here. But I would say I think we showed a lot in today's stream.
Yes.
It was a lot of fun. You really
This
got to
was
see
very
the instructions
entertaining.
From the different cabins they were building.
This made
I
me
certainly
absolutely
really
happy.
enjoyed watching. This is
Like,
probably
that
my favourite
alone
part,
should
but what were
create
your
so
thoughts
much
about what we
chaos.
saw today?
Yeah, look, it's been really good for us to sort of see the game, the broad pieces all in there and working. Now for us, a big challenge is basically balance and iteration. We've made a bunch of problems for the players to face. Now, we're sort of going back in and figuring out, okay, what other tools should we add? How can we give things for the players to counter fire? How can we give things for them to counter
I want a
the
hose,
storms
like a water
and stuff
hose.
like that. And then also, how do we sort the progression for the player at that meta level?
And then burn the
as well
houses
as
of
at
my
the top
friends
level as well.
and put
So
the
that's
fires out.
something that's gonna
I will be
really
the
good
ultimate
for us.
firefighter, creating my own fires.
The problems you can face when you're trying to build and survive. And we really hope that you enjoyed it. It's been super fun hosting today's stream, and we will be back next week. It's confirmed.
And we will be back
we'll
next
get
week as
into
well.
What we're going to show next time.
Yeah, and please do hop into the Discord.
Yep.
Our devs are allowed to actually go in the Discord and talk with people.
Mm-hmm.
If they go to
What? Developers who were talking with the
all the links
community?
everywhere,
What
and
is going
obviously
on
they
here?
They can follow on
Love it.
Twitch here and
And
Press the
Trovo.
follow button. We're also going to be dropping a behind-the-scenes look at how Icarus has come to life. We're going to
Okay.
have multiple episodes, but you can expect one to drop next.
Yeah, we need gunpowder. What are you doing to my house? Why is it burning? You said we need gunpowder. But not my house. Well, you didn't specify that. Now you can finally say you shoot enemies with parts of your house. Because they work as a gunpowder.
To each other.
shuffle papers.
This was great. Awesome. Yeah, I can shoot my house pieces at you as gunpowder. But folks, for everyone who watched this on YouTube, thank you so much for joining. We will be back here next week, 100%. I will watch the next one together with you because that's a lot of fun. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to click on the like button. And if you're new to the channel, you want to see more Icarus, then I would appreciate if you might consider to subscribe. And then I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe. Bye bye.